All right, so we're back here. I'm recording it. I'll post it up for you. All right. So now that you got the probability distributions and we know how to calculate the averages, like we just did for a dice. How did we calculate the average for the dice? We multiplied what by what?
So each event.
Yeah. Times
Total number of events times the total number of events. So there's only 6 events, so each event of the total, I guess, total choices, total options, total events.
Yeah, well, so what we did was we multiplied the event, right? The value of the event times its probability, and it gave us some number, right?
Yes. Event.
And then what we did was we took the average of all of them. Right? I'm sorry, we added them up. I'm sorry, not the average. That gives us the average. We added all of these up. Correct?
Yes.
All right, cool. So this over here is our probability, correct?
Yes.
And this is the event value, right?
Yes.
So why don't we do this? Let's, in this column here, column E, right? Mm-hmm. Let's do X times, literally just write the word X times prob. Star prob. Cool. And let's do that in column E16. Take the X value and multiply it by the by its probability. And that gives you 0, of course, right? But let's do it programmatically or with a formula instead of typing it in. So click back in there, get rid of the 0.36 times 0, right? Mm-hmm. Move your arrow to where the probability is.
Arrow to, oh, okay.
Click on there. So you got to do equals. You took out the equals already. So okay. Put that back in. Go up, equals. Go up, put equals, and then click on the first cell times the next cell. There you go, and enter. And let's copy that down because we don't have to anchor anything because we're just doing a straight row by row by row. Awesome. Now that you've got that, what we want to do is we want to sum those up. So underneath the thing there, yep, I want you to sum it up. So that is the average number. That's the average number of the items left in stock at the end of the week. So if you considered every week over week over week over week over week over week, and you would have an average of about 1.3 units left at the end of each week. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now I'm going to show you how you can kind of conclude that a little bit. What is the most probable outcome, looking at your top chart, what is the most probable outcome of the number of units at the end of the week? Which column has the number of units at the end of the week?
X.
The X column. What is the most likely event?
That we have 1 left over.
Correct.
And the demand is 4.
Correct. And the next one is 2, correct?
The next one is 2. Yes.
So look at what your average says. Your average says you're going to have about 1.3 left at the end of each week on average.
Yes.
And that kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, it coincides, yes.
Exactly. That's what we want. So now let's do the same thing for the Y times the probability.
Okay.
So go into column F15.
So Y times prob. And then, so Y, I'm going to do equals, and we'll do 0.08 times 0.
Correct.
And then I could bring this down and get everything.
Correct.
Okay, and I could sum.
And there you go.
Cool.
And if you look up top in your chart, what's the most likely set of outcomes in the Y column?
And the Y column most likely would be
The zeros, right?
0. Yeah,
So
0.
many of them.
Yeah.
And the number that you're probably going to have to order in stock out is less than 1. You'll probably have 0.35 each week. Now, that basically roughly means you're going to order one every 3 weeks.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay?
Yes.
Cool. So you just answered number B.
Cool.
All right? So now what we need to do is we need to assume that this appliance store makes $60 profit on each air conditioner sold from the weekly available stock. Now, let's get rid of the dice thing that we did.
Okay.
The G thing, just get rid of all that.
Okay.
All right? So now what we need to do is we need to really figure out the $60 profit on each air conditioner sold. Correct?
Yes.
All right. So what we're going to do is let's go back up to the top table, go to E, and we're going to do X profit.
E, okay.
Or we're going to do profit on each sold. I'm sorry. Profit sold. Now, which column has the items sold?
Items sold, demanded, A.
Correct. Okay, perfect. So this is just a straight formula, right? $60
Okay.
for each sold.
Okay.
So let's put that number in. But it has to be from available stock,
Okay.
right? So no dollar signs. We don't like those. So you're gonna do a formula. So you're gonna do equals
Equals
60
60
times how many demanded?
times 0 for this.
Correct. Now let's use a real formula though.
Okay.
We're gonna put in the instead of 0, you're gonna go to A4.
Oh, I see. A
4.
4.
Correct.
Okay, and then I could enter and then drag this down.
Correct.
Okay, because it's $60 times what's demanded.
It's actually $60 times all of the ones you have in stock. Okay? So this is where it gets a little crazy. So
Does that mean inventory?
yeah, sort of. Well, so here's the deal, right? So if you demand 5, you can sell your entire stock, correct?
Yes.
But at 6, how many would you have had in stock? Only 5, right?
Yes.
So your profit there is only 300.
Okay.
Go to 6, row 6.
Row 6, yeah.
And go to E10, which is just one over right there. Now, you don't get full profit for all 60. You only get full profit for the 5 that you sold because you had them in stock.
Right, okay. Makes sense.
So you really only get $300 on the next one, on 6.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because that's what, the one stock out?
Yeah, because you have one of them was stocked out. So 5, you got the profit. So let's write in 300.
Okay. So change that to 300.
Change that to 300.
Okay.
Okay. And then what do you do to the next one? It's the same thing, right?
Same thing, yeah.
And it's the same thing for the one below. Now the next column, an F, will be like a stock out loss, right? Does that make sense? Now,
Yes.
did you take any loss here?
No.
So
No.
this would be a 0.
0. I would only. I put a 9. Hello. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 0. Stock out loss is when I go above what I have in inventory.
Correct.
Here. So what is this? 60?
I think it's a $20 loss for each of them.
Okay. 20. So then I would essentially double.
Correct.
40. And then this would be 60.
Correct. And I'm going to let you get away with not doing a formula on these.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's get rid of that GXY thing that you have up there to the right, because we're going to need this. Okay. So now what happens is that Z is going to be the profit that it earns from the, from the sales. So let's call this column Z.
Okay. Z.
Yeah. And the profit is going to be the profit of the sold minus the stock out loss. This I need a formula for.
Okay, so sold minus stock out loss. Okay. So equals E4.
Yep.
E4
Yep.
minus what is this? F4.
Correct.
F4. Okay, enter.
Yeah, do that again. I couldn't see with you wrote EF. Just erase the whole formula and start over. Click in the formula up at the top. Oh, you got it. Okay, so now you can, there you go. Now you can do equals E4 minus F4. You did EF again, by the way.
Sorry. E4 minus F4.
There you go.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Now these would be your various profits, correct?
Yes.
Cool. What is, now we're going to do the probability of these. So let's do P parenthesis prob Z, let's call it.
P of Z. P of Z?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
What's the probability that you get zero profit?
5%.
Perfect. So let's put 0.05.
Okay. Probability, same.
Yep.
Probability of $120 is the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then 0.08,
Correct.
and then no all the way down, right?
Correct.
0.16, 0.30, 0.16,
Okay.
0.10, 0.05, and 0.05.
Cool. Now those are the probabilities of the exact rows, but we're going to notice, look at row 8 and row 12. What's the value of Z in row 8 and row 12?
Value of Z is 0.3.
What the value of Z, not the probability.
Oh, value of Z, sorry, 240.
And 12?
And 12 is 240, yeah.
Ah, they're the same, right?
Yes.
So what do we do when we have probabilities that are the same? Not probabilities that are the same, when the values are the same? Remember our dice condition and remember what we did with 1 and 2?
We add.
We add them. So what we're going to do is come down a little bit below, down to G15.
Okay, G15.
And we're going to do Z.
Z.
And we're going to write our, just copy the number straight down, but when we have a duplicate, we won't put it in.
Okay, copy these numbers?
Yep. Paste it right underneath. Awesome. Whoop, what happened there?
Oh, maybe because this was a formula.
Okay, so do undo, Control Z.
Command.
You're on a Mac or a PC?
I have a Mac.
Okay, so Command Z. Now you're going to paste as value. So copy it again. I'll show you another trick, right?
Okay.
Do copy, then come down, and then you're going to go up to the top where it says Edit, Paste as Values. Make sure you paste it in that spot. Yep. Edit.
Okay. Edit. Oh, let me do this. Edit.
And it should be Paste as Value. Paste Special. Sorry.
Paste special. Okay.
Values. This will not copy the formulas. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Now get rid of that last 240 because that's a duplicate, isn't it?
Yes.
Cool. Now go into the column H over there and write prob of Z again. Now I want you to fill them in appropriately. All of these will be very, very easy. One of them will be easy, but a little bit of work. So what's the probability of getting 0?
Probability of getting 0 is, hold on, let me see. Z, 0. Where am I? 0.05. 0.05.
You have the probabilities right above you in H4, so you don't have to go very far.
Okay.
What's the probability of a 60?
0.05.
What's the probability of 120?
0.08.
What's the probability of 180?
0.16.
What's the probability of 240? Look carefully.
I have to add those two.
Yep.
0.8.
0.8.
0.3 and 0.5. 0.05.
0.05.
Okay.
But the answer is
0.08.
no.
Hold on.
What's 0.3? Make that 0.30 and now add 0.05, and what do you get?
0.35.
0.35. There you go.
Okay.
The next one?
The next one is 0.01.
Correct. No, not 0.01.
0.1.
Sean,
Right.
go to the 300.
0.16.
There you go.
Hmm. 0.16.
Yep.
Okay. 280.1
Correct.
and 260.05.
Excellent. You now have the probability distribution of Z, correct?
Yes.
Just like we did with all. Now, how do I find the expected value?
What would you do? Add?
Don't forget, we've got a we have to do the multiply of the probability first, right?
Okay.
So you're going to do Z times prob.
Z time. Okay, like we did here.
Exactly.
So Z times. Okay. So I could do equals H16 times probability. Where's my probability?
That was your probability. H16 is your probability.
H16, okay. And times Z, right?
Which is, yep.
And that is 0, and that's what G16.
Perfect. Cool. And copy that down. I think you missed.
Swing and a miss.
It's okay. Pitchers and catchers report. You did it again.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
I don't think you got the.
What is that?
Watch this. Double click on the corner. Double click there. You missed again.
Oh, you know what? I think maybe it's this thing. Oh, it's painful.
Sometimes it is. It's okay. You got to put undo, Command Z, get it back to where it was.
Command Z. Okay.
Now try it again. There you go. Now you got it. Okay. Now that you got all those, what's the last step? What did we do in E22 and F22? Those were the averages of X and Y, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what did we do to get those values in E22 and F22?
We added, and did we divide by the total, or we just did the sum?
Just summed it up. That's it.
Okay.
So go at the bottom and sum it up.
Okay, so I can go here. Equals.
And just then you're done. That you label that as the expected value of Z. So if you go to the left on H,
On H, okay.
24, just write E bracket X bracket equals. Or E of Z, you probably should write. That's it. And then I'll know that the expected value is there. Okay? And you can do the same thing for the other ones. Just do E of, you can do E of ... and I'll know.
E of, I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Just hit enter there. Right.
Okay.
Go over to D22 and just write E parenthesis ... close parenthesis, and I'll know. Equals. Because the 1.31 was the expected value of X, 0.35 was the expected value of Y.
Oh, okay.
You can put them in a nice color or something like that. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
And that's your answer.
Okay. Well, I'm looking.
That make
I
sense?
have to. Yeah, it does. I mean, it makes sense now, but I have to say, in all honesty, I have to go back. I have to spend
Yeah.
time looking at it and trying to
No, I
filter.
understand. This one usually gives a lot of students a couple of fits. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to stop the recording really quick.